What's up guys, Storyverse89 here, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program, where what is that shadow? Okay. And today we are going to be finishing our moon landing, finally. After many episodes, well, I mean it was only like 3 episodes of lunar prep, we are finally at the point where we can launch one last thing and then finally touch down on the surface of the Mun with a highly complicated and probably overdone lunar landing. Yes, because I definitely overdid it. So now we need to build a booster, the stopper booster, to help us not die when touching down on the surface. Because we very much will do that because we don't have enough fuel in our main module. Which is, you know, kind of a bad thing. So we're going to be bringing this strangely shaped guidance core with a Gemini docking port, if I can find it. There it is. A Gemini docking port. And it's going to dock with our little lander and bring our Kerbal down to the surface. Now the lander is going to be upside down, which is kind of a problem. So we're going to have to flip it around, but I have a method that I think will be able to land all of them and do everything. So I'm actually going to pack some science with this thing because I thought it might be a good idea to maybe add a little bit of extra science to go with it. So we're going to give it a folding boom, no, we don't need that one, a thermometer, this one. I'm only saying this one because I know I'm going to botch the pronunciation. I'll probably just go on Google later to pronounce it correctly, but... And, of course, the computer flight unit, aka the Kerbal engineering system, which just allows me for better readouts. Although we will be attempting a MechJeb automated landing, just for fun. I don't ever do MechJeb automated landings, so I thought it might be kind of fun to do one of those. Now, MechJeb is a automated system that allows for anywhere from automated maneuver planning when you are too lazy to plan your own maneuvers, to basically entire landings when, again, you are too lazy. Which, I don't want to land this normally, so I'm just going to make a computer do it for me. Which kind of defeats the purpose, but I'm going to do it anyway. Wow, those legs are way too big. So we are going to stack... I don't think we have any bigger landing struts. Do we have any mechanics? Oh, we do. Alright, we're gonna pack some alligator hinges then. Because actually, that could be a pretty good landing leg. So that means it needs to be 142. There we go. And then fold it up. We'll have the gear set maximum angle. There we go. And then we have cool little landing legs that are definitely not supposed to be landing legs, aka the alligator hinge, which is definitely not a landing leg. We will be putting some grip pads on it if we do have any. Grip. Or is it a friction pad? I don't remember what it's called. Doesn't look like we have any, so... Oh well. I guess we're... Actually, wait, no, is it in... Okay, yeah, no, I don't have any friction pads. But we will add some landing lights to the feet, because we're gonna have this one green, we're gonna have this one red, we're gonna have this one green. Oh, never mind, they're all green. We'll just make them amber then. Alright, there we go, we got landing lights, which are for some reason like a flat square that's invisible. very strange design choice, but oh well. Toggle the lights. There we go. Landing leg is completed. This thing is basically done. We just need to give it some landing motors. Excuse me. Not landing motors, but slowdown motors, or I guess it's just no flip motors to keep the two modules from flipping over when they separate from each other on the surface. Because what's going to happen is they're going to separate from each other on the surface, and they're just going to kind of fly around. So like these are both going to fly together because I don't have enough fuel for anything, so I don't have enough fuel for a single landing, so we're going to have this entire stage land both sides of the rocket, or I guess if absolutely necessary the lander can take over if it doesn't have enough delta V to reach the surface. But we're going to give it some science, a solar panel, of course. Just going to give it one little Wayfarer solar folding panel. Like that. Wait. That looks better. Wait, no, because it's going to be sticking out. It's going to be sticking out either way. Okay. So a Wayfarer folding panel for a little bit of solar power. Because all landers need some solar power. I mean, except for basically all the lunar landers that carried people. You get what I mean. A folding ladder for our Kerbal to climb up and down on the landing module. And then we already have some science loaded into this thing. We will add a little telescope right here for some extra science. And we kind of don't really have any other experiments to add that really fit. So I think we'll call that good on the landing module. We'll give it just a Hermes decoupler because why not? And now we need a big fairing to fit this thing. So we're actually going to be using the Centaur rocket, which is... Actually, do we even need the Centaur? I don't think we even need the Centaur. Is there a way to make the... Okay. I guess there's the commercial, so it fits better. Alright, we'll just do this one, I guess, because it fits better. And we need to now give it the rest of the Prometheus stage, which you've already seen the construction for. So, without further ado, I will see you guys on the surface once this thing has been fully built. See you there. And welcome to the pad on this Kerbal Space Program evening. I can see the moon up there. We're about to visit it with the EOS-1, a lander assist booster. Launched, of course, by a Titan rocket. They're all launched by Titan rockets. I mean, you should just assume if I'm launching something large, it's probably a Titan rocket. It's so versatile from the mod pack that I got that I just have to use it all the time. Because it's just so helpful. I mean, this thing can carry substantial payloads, up to 2.6 meters, which means 2.5 meter rockets can be fitted into a Titan. Which is crazy. I mean, that means I can carry, like, the Mark III capsule or, like, the Apollo capsule in a Titan. In, like, a retrofitted Titan, which is kind of crazy. And I actually might try that. That might actually be kind of cool, like a Titan-Apollo combo. But I don't think we're going to be doing that anytime soon because we need to do our lunar landing, which I'm sure you have all been waiting for. I mean, I keep putting off the landing because I have to put more stuff up there. But we're finally at the point where I can do the landing. Like, there's nothing stopping us now except for this launch, which is, of course, going to be even more fine-tuning of an orbit and a bunch of hassle. No, I'm just kidding. These missions are actually pretty fun to launch. But I probably shouldn't have taken up your entire time because now you have to watch basically the entire launch. I will skip ahead a little bit. Or actually, I'll just finish talking through this because actually we're going to probably skip the entire lunar maneuver stage of it just because it takes so long. So, yeah, we'll probably watch this part and then you guys will get to see the actual docking of the lander and stuff together. You won't see any of the in-between. But we'll finish up this part of the mission. So, as I've said, this entire mission is just going to be bringing a lander assist booster, which will hopefully land as well. It may end up running out of fuel and then dying, which is a possibility that I am hoping won't happen, but I think because of how the lander's designed, we're gonna probably have to use the lander assist booster, like guaranteed. But there we go, the engines have cut, and we are now in orbit. I will see you guys around the Mun, and yeah, we'll go do that. And we have arrived. I decided to use the booster a little longer to see how far I can actually push it. And yeah, it can make it to lunar orbit no problem. So we are going... Oh, I forgot to deploy this. There we go. So now we can see the little lander down there. And now we got to separate it so we can actually dock with our little module. So there we go. Can say... let's turn on SAS to this real quick. We say bye-bye to the station, set that as our target, and of course, mark the target, and now this thing will have to do some work. Luckily, it's got good reaction wheels. I think. Yeah. So there we go. We are now pointing at the target. Boost towards the target. Correct our trajectory. Find out where the index key is pointing at. Should be like this. There we go. And come on. Connection. Alright, we have successfully done it. We're going to control from here. And we are going to shut down the landing engine so it doesn't cause any problems. We are going to disable crossfeed so then we don't accidentally use our fuel up. And we are going to land... we're going to use MechJeb. We're going to try it out. We're going to do... Do we even have landing guidance yet? We don't have landing guidance. Okay. I just wanted to see if we had landing guidance. But we do not. So we're going to land in this crater right here. Hopefully a soft landing. We'll say bye-bye to that lunar waiting stage real quick. And that Kerbal will chill up there until we get back to orbit. Which we should have more than enough fuel to do that. Maybe. You know, I might be sending my Kerbal to their death, but hopefully not. That would be kind of bad if I sent a Kerbal to their death. I don't think that would look very good for my space program at all. But we are going to throttle down, or not throttle down, throttle up. And we're going to be landing basically on the horizon. I don't know if we're going to have signal. We might have signal. Maybe. Hopefully we will, because that would be kind of bad if we didn't have signal. Oh, we do have signal. It's bouncing through the Zircon, which is orbiting Titana. Oh, okay. Apparently we got signal through the Zircon, which is hella far away. I don't know why it keeps flipping around like that, but it's time to start our slowdown maneuver and also extend this little panel here so we get some solar power while we're coming down here. This thing is very slow, and I will be watching that delta V very closely. You know what? We're gonna make a little action group real quick. Action group. The abort is going to be undock. Undock. Activate. And push these away. Okay, there we go. So now, if anything were to go wrong, we can hit the abort button, and the lander will jettison. And then we can finish the landing with the Kerbal. Although, it looks like we're going to be fine. We're going to land in a little crater there, it looks like. And look at that, our lunar landing. I'm going to stop talking through this. Oh, actually, no, we may not make it. We may not make it. Okay, we're gonna try and salvage this. Come on, you can slow down. You can make it. I think we're gonna be able to salvage this, but it's a close one. It's a close one. Ooh, it's a very close one. That was closer than I would have liked it to be. Obviously, we still have a couple 100 meters, but you usually want to be pretty slow by you get to this point. Obviously, we slowed down more than enough in time, but still, I don't want to cut it that close usually. And what we're going to do is we're going to push... oh, I almost forgot. We're going to slow down a little faster, please. We're going to go back to the action groups real quick. When we do this, we're actually going to fire these ones too. Because we're going to go back up to, you know, do the full landing maneuver. Ooh, is this a very steep hill? I think it is. Oh boy. Come on, you got this, you got this, you got this. And... separate. Oh god. Get to the Kerbal. Well, that stage is absolutely trashed now. Looks like our Kerbal is a little worried. It looks like the probe core survived. We'll check that out. We'll check that out with our Kerbal on one of our EVAs once the sun comes around, probably. Oh, and we hit the ground kind of rough. And... safe touchdown. Well, we almost died, but luckily I was quick enough on the uptake to save our Kerbal. I'm glad I put that action group in there. Well, how long do we actually have? Alright, we only have 15 hours, so... we only have like 1 revolution's worth of... what do you mean EVA on... Hold on real quick, I gotta go fix the astronaut complex. I'll be back in 1 second. Well, it appears there's been a minor hiccup. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I thought I couldn't get out of the capsule, but as it turns out, it was just lagging. And forgot I upgraded the astronaut complex. But here we go. The first Kerbal has touched down on the surface. Is that Vergi? Vergi Kerman has touched down on the surface to plant the first flag. First landing with 3 exclamation marks and a plaque reading, I don't know. I got here, I guess. There we go. Now we will read this. Now we can read this half-assed plaque for every moon landing to come. We did use up the solid fuel engines, which I was hoping we wouldn't do, but due to our limited Oh, we can't even take a surface sample. Well, it'll have to be done on another moon landing, I guess. And because I kind of blew up the science module over here, I gotta go back over there and see if it survived. I think it actually did survive because I just checked it a minute ago by accident, and it was actually still basically intact. Which is a surprise considering I slammed it into the surface at like 30 meters per second. I think I blew up most of the landing legs. But I haven't actually gotten to see the damn...
Think fast, chuckle nuts!
Oh, God. Alright, well, what happened right there is I sticky keys opened on my PC. The bane of every Kerbal player's existence when you are trying to tap the spacebar, or not the spacebar, the, shift key, often, to keep yourself from dying, like, say, using the EVA pack on a moon. So I kind of hit the button, and it started sticky keys, so that was fun. Get like a sticky keys jump scare every time I'm trying to do my EVAs. Oh god, it did it again. Oh, this is awful. Why do I have to hit sticky keys so many times? Alright, well after 2 sticky keys scenarios and a lot of waiting, or me just getting mad at sticky keys, we've made it to the EOS, which fell quite a ways away. We didn't fly quite a kilometer away, but we were pretty far. And we made it. There it is, the EOS, fallen over in a crater. I mean, it seems to be alright, surprisingly. Looks like its landing gear actually survived. What did explode on this thing? It seems like the EOS survived, so why did it blow up? Why did it, like, have the explosions? Well, it is sliding, so that's kind of bad, but we're going to pop the ladder. Ow. Hit me in the head. And we're going to get on top of the EOS and get this science done, because this thing is still helpful to me. So we can get temperature. We're going to take that. And pressure. We're going to take that. We're going to do a little jump. Oh wait. I already did that. Can I store experiments in this thing? Oh, I can. Okay, so we're going to take control of the EOS real quick to review the data. Turn this off. We want to transmit this. Oh, and it died. Okay, well, the EOS is now dead. And it's probably going to be a long time before the sun actually reaches the EOS. So it looks like it's good night for the EOS. And we're going to fly back to our command module, aka lander, and take off at the next possible opportunity because, well, we only have 15 hours of life support, which is substantially less than I thought I packed on the lander. Which is actually a little concerning to me, only because that is not much. Hopefully it doesn't mean anything bad for our poor Kerbal. But we should be able to make it to orbit no problem. We landed upright, which is not the same to say for EOS, which probably means it's going to be a while before it gets any sunlight to it. But hey, at least we got a lunar sample. Well, we haven't actually gotten a sample because it wouldn't allow me to. I think my astronaut complex isn't upgraded enough to do that. Which just means we're going to have to do another lunar landing at some point in the future. Which, hey, just means more content. Looks like we've collected everything we can collect right now, except for what's actually attached to the lander itself, which I think is only like one thing. It's everything that the EOS had, except for the film camera, which I will do now. Take some photographs. If it would take a photograph. Oh boy. There we go. We've taken a photograph. We're gonna collect this data. And, I mean, I guess that's all the EOS can do. Or, not the EOS, the Libra. We just have to wait for the command module to come around, which actually should be coming around pretty soon. Is there an ascent guidance? Of course. The one time when I kind of wanted ascent guidance. Well, that's it for today's episode. I think we definitely saw plenty of excitement with that exploding lander that for some reason didn't actually explode. And this Kerbal who is now on the surface with 15 hours of life support and 1 hour of electricity. That didn't change by turning off FSAS. That is a little concerning. The probe core's in hibernation, yet it's still draining rather quickly. We might have to take off sooner, or we might be in danger. But we'll get to that soon. I'll see you guys in the next episode for hopefully not the death of a Kerbal, but it looks like we're going to be cutting it close with this mission. Oh, wait. Got a science experiment. Never mind, I can't do it. Okay. Well, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.